Today we are going to do some yoga laying down, and if time permits, we're going to do some Tai Chi mixed with some Muay Thai so we can get a little bit more of the fast twitch muscle movements for the knees and elbows, which I think will be really, really helpful for releasing stress in the back and hips. So, move a little bit away here, feet straight, just laying down flat, and we're going to inhale up, bringing the knee up, interlacing the fingers, and exhaling, gently pulling, bringing the knee to the forehead and the forehead to the knee. Just gentle, as much as you can. Maybe hold for about 6 seconds, and then inhale up with the fingertips and down with the heel, and exhale, going to the opposite knee. And you're bringing the knee up and the forehead to the knee very gently. How's that feel?
Good.
And inhale, switch. We're going to 6 times each side. So we're good. Time number 2 now. Switching sides, exhaling. And of course, you can inhale again and exhale. Go a little deeper. Inhaling deep. So all this is meant to gently increase strength in the lower back. Really relaxing the hips here as well. So we inhale as we go up, allow the lungs to expand with the body, and then exhaling, contract.
By the way, it's kind of funny. Since we've been doing this, and a lot of my posture, everybody's commenting on how I look taller.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, feel free to take another breath when you're pulling toward the forehead, and exhale and go a little deeper. So after I've done 3 each side, I like to take the hands, and instead of bringing it on top of the knee, going under the leg, behind the kneecap, and exhaling, and then instead of just pulling back, lifting up. So I'm lifting the leg up and then back. So going up, up, up. So I'm lifting, 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 and pulling. And that gives me a little more... The intention here is to create a little more distance in the hip joint. Let it expand a bit. And inhale, release. Lifting up, up, up. Lifting up and pulling back. And switching again. Switching again. And one more time each side. And when we're done, we're going to take both heels and bring them close to the hips, close to the butt, and keeping the hands at the side. We're going to inhale and push just the heels into the ground as if we're standing up, straight down, to allow the hips to go up. But the intention is to focus on the heels pushing into the ground and really trying to stand up. And hold for about 6 seconds. Deep breathing. Same concept of inhaling into the belly with the color, exhale, washing the colors of the body. And then exhaling down one vertebra at a time as you lower the hips. Similarly to when we roll down one vertebra at a time. Whatever's off the ground, you want to feel each one of them clamp back in.
Yeah. This feels really good.
Oh, yeah. And again, we did 6 times. And I recommend giving 6 seconds to go up, 6 seconds to go down as well. So exhaling, pushing through the heels, and give yourself a 6-second count to get as high as you can. And then once you're as high as you can, pushing through the heels, hold for 6 seconds and just breathe the color visualization into the belly. And then exhaling at least 6 seconds, at least. One vertebra at a time. And then again. And lowering. Three more. Really relax the neck as well when you're here. Upper back relaxes into the ground. And then coming down one vertebra at a time. 2, 1. Coming down. And one more. So really engaging through the heels, feeling the buttocks really contract. Softening the neck, the upper back, chest relaxed. And then come down one vertebra at a time. Really visualize each vertebrae going down. Relaxing the head. And now we're going to do what's called the plow next. And once you come on down, we're going to take the knees, ankles, and we're going to gently, sometimes if I need support in my lower back, I'll keep my hands on the ground and just kind of push a little bit on the ground. The concept here, bring the knees over the head and allow the knees to flay out and grab the inside of the foot. So you're going to grab the inside of the foot on each foot and we're going to hold over our heads. So I'm going to lower myself a little more. And
Oh God, I can't stay back like that.
like this?
No. And I can go like this, but if I put my hands up here, I'll fall over.
It's okay. If you need more support, you can keep your hands on the lower back and keep yourself here and just keep the knees gently bent, flayed out. How's that feel?
Fine.
Okay, great. So just holding here. And just spend time here focusing on the breath and the melting. Inhaling the color into the belly, exhaling it into any area you might find tension. Just relaxing into it. And then when you feel ready to come down, exhaling, coming down one vertebra at a time, using the hands to support and the ab muscles to support. Slowly as you can.
My gravity took over.
Yeah, it can be a little harder with that position. And reach, inhaling with the fingers and the knuckles, or the fingers and the toes, in either direction, just stretching yourself up, lengthening. And turn on over for a moment to roll up. And for this next exercise, I oftentimes will put a book under my knees because my arms are much longer than my than the distance between my hip and my knee. So just to make sure I can get some balance here. And this may not be the best book to do this with. It's such a nice one. Let's see. Let me get another book here. Nope. I got some other books I can utilize. There we go. So keeping the knees as wide as the hips and shoulders, you can see here. And what we're going to do is we're going to suck in the belly button. And
oh, someone's calling me. Oh shoot, who is this? I might have to pick this up. Hold on.
no problem. Let me know.
Yeah, this is Hawaii. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Sure.
Hello, this is Andy. Hello?
Switching one foot in front of the other knee down. Sucking the belly button in. Exhale. Drop the head. Suck the belly button in. Lift the collarbone. Exhale. Drop the head. The belly button in, recreate the structure of the chest, and then bend the knee, shifting the hip forward. Putting my hands down just to support stretching in the hip area. Sucking the belly button, lift the collarbone. Bring yourself back and switch. Suck in the belly button, lift the collarbone. Down. Suck in the belly button, lift the collarbone, head falls down, weight shifts back. Straighten the knee as much as possible. And then pushing forward. Suck the belly button in. Lift the collarbone. Hand support. Opening the hip up, keeping the knee down. Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, can you just hold on one second?
Sure.
I'm just dealing with. Sorry.
No problem. I have you on mute, so just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. At least one more time each side. Sucking the belly button. Weight on my back leg. Knee bent. Toe straight. Suck the belly button. Collarbone lifts up. Exhaling. Falling down. Reaching for the toes or the ankles. Head relaxed. Forehead falling to the shin or knee. You can grab the toes if you'd like, but you don't want to pull. Inhale, suck the belly button and lift the collarbone. Exhaling down. Lifting out of your hip. Inhale, suck the belly button in. Recreate your structure. And then pushing forward. Hands go down to support. Belly button lifts towards your spine. Collarbone goes up. Weight forward. Opening the hip. Set the belly button in and switch sides one more time. Switch legs. Postured up. When you're switching, belly button, collarbone lifts up, belly button sucks in, helping to create the structure. Foot goes forward, weight on the back knee. Back foot flat down, so my toes pointing behind me. Sucking the belly button, lifting the collarbone, exhaling. Head falling to the knee. Hands go as far as they can. If they can go to the toe, that's great. Suck at the belly button with the collarbone. Exhaling. Suck at the belly button. Lift up. Collarbone lifts up. Rebuild the structure. And exhale, pushing forward. Hand support. Suck on the belly button. Lift the collarbone. Good to go?
Do you mind holding just for a couple more seconds?
Sure.
A minute. My daughter just called and she's expecting to hear from college today.
Okay, cool.
I'm a little freak.
No problem. That's great. Sucking the belly button. Coming back. Okay. What's next? Keeping the feet together, sucking in the belly, lift the collarbone.
Phone's dying for some reason. All right. My computer's dying. God, all these complications. Yeah, I'm still tracking down medical reports from when I was out of commission because I was pretty damn, I don't know, I had foresight years ago to pay for disability insurance. Like quite a bit of it. So I'm now having to track down all these doctors, including from when I was in Hawaii. All right, cool. Sorry, man. I really apologize.
It's okay.
All right.
All right.
Get on my hands and knees.
Yep, hands and knees. And let me fix my computer a bit. There we go. Hands and knees. Again, all of this is to really help us with the strengthening the lower back with minimizing pressure on it that some of these standing yoga exercises might catalyze. So we're going to suck in the belly, keeping my palms are down, shoulder width apart. So palms under shoulders, my knees are under my hip line on either side, the edge of the hip. And I'm going to suck in the belly button as if I'm pulling the belly button in and up through my solar plexus into my rib cage. So I want to bring the belly button up and then in. And the concept is going to be forehead to tailbone. So as that happens, the forehead goes to the tailbone. I recommend sucking in for a period of about 6 seconds and then holding for 6 seconds. Pushing through my shoulders and then exhaling, dropping down about 6 seconds. And then eyes are lifted by 2 strings, collarbones lifted by 2 strings as you inhale and going the opposite direction, arching the back, the tailbone going up, collarbone and eyes going up. And again, you want to minimize the tension in the neck. So you don't want to flex your neck, you want to lift gently, collarbone, eyes, and tailbone. Yep.
We're doing cat-cow.
Yep. And just keep the visualization. That's one of the biggest wins, is to maintain that visualization of a string lifting the tailbone and the strings lifting the collarbone and the eyes. And connecting that string to the breath. So lengthening everything in between on the vertebra. So not just bending in opposite way, but really finding the length and release. And sucking the belly button. Forehead to the tailbone. Visualize the belly button going up into the rib cage toward the heart. Coming down, 6 seconds. You're going up again. Fish for as little as it takes, go as gently as possible. I like the inhales that go up. And then if I can't go up anymore, I exhale, push the tailbone. Inhale, lifting up the collarbone, eyes again. Going down, exhaling. Softening the shoulders. Sucking the belly button. Softening, going down. Eyes lifting up, collarbone up. Tailbone up. Remember, minimize the tension. So if you feel yourself flexing, to do it, soften up a little bit. Maybe take a few steps back, a few notches back on your posture. Coming down. Sucking the belly button, forehead to the tailbone. Down. And coming down. And one more time each side. Forehead to the tailbone.
When your head is up, are you dropping your belly?
Yes. So, and but the emphasis is really more on the tailbone looking up,
Yeah.
like curving upward, and the eyes
Yeah.
looking up rather than a push down. But the belly is going downward, so there is an arch.
Yeah.
Similarly, that the spine is going up when you suck in the belly button, but the emphasis is not on the center of the spine going upward. It's more on the belly button going up as the head goes in. So one more time each side. Down and up. And down. Exhale, relaxing. And we're gonna lie flat down when you finish that.
That's what we did it.
We're gonna lie face down. Fix this camera a little bit. And so just turning to one side, relaxing, toes facing down and slightly toward each other. Do your best to reach with your fingertips downward too, to keep your shoulders rather than closer to your chin, away from your chin.
Mhm.
And inhale deep into the belly. And exhale, just visualize any tension melting into the ground. See it as a color, maybe yellow. Inhale deep. Just wash that yellow color into the ground. And then open the eyes and inhale, lifting the head, eyes going forward. And a string lifting the eyeballs up, collarbone up. Again, minimizing any flex in the neck. Really fishing for as little as it takes. And then bringing the hands in front of the chest. So we're doing the cobra now. And the hands are just very gently there to support rather than push into the ground. Just gently there to support. And then inhaling up, lifting a little bit more. Keeping the eyes the leader of your movement. So the eyes should be going up. And the belly button is pressing into the ground while you're doing this. Softening the shoulders and exhaling, Release the hands, bring them back behind you, dropping the head down slowly as you can. Really control it and look to the other side for rest this time. And when I'm in a posture like this, especially right after I had that car accident, I was really telling myself, giving myself a nice little mantra. And it was simply the word heal. So I would inhale deep, exhale the tension into the ground. Inhale deep, and wherever I want to heal in my body, I'm just visualizing that area and I'm commanding it to heal. I'm just saying heal, heal, heal. And I would just whisper it to myself. Heal, 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 heal. Same concept with the breach of the fingers, the shoulders soften. And then inhale. The breath is pulling two strings connected to the eyes and the collarbone. So the eyes are looking up to the ceiling, again, minimizing the tension in the neck. So it's okay if the eyes look up. If you feel yourself overly exerting the flex of the neck, soften, bringing the scale back, and lift up again. Belly button pushing into the ground, hands come forward to support. Remember the supporting, not pushing into the ground. Go up a little bit more if you can with an inhalation. The belly button pushing into the ground, the opposite side, the spine should feel almost like tank tracks, like the rotors on the wheels of a tank, so that the muscles are going down, cascading down from the top, the shoulders down, the back, into that area where just above the belly button. And then exhaling down, release the hands, put it behind you, and looking to the other side. Inhaling deep, see the tension as a color. Exhale that color into the ground. This technique is also wonderful for getting to sleep faster. So, second you hit the bed, inhaling into the belly, seeing the color, whatever tension you've had for the day, and you exhale and you wash all that tension into the ground or into the bed. And you just melt into it. It's also super helpful for you speed up the same concept for break falling in judo, jiu-jitsu, push hands. So you inhale deep, and when you hit the ground, you're exhaling, softening all of that tension into the ground, so the ground should feel like a pillow. So it's all the same concept applied to for different uses. And again, heal. Here I say heal, heal, heal to myself. Inhaling, eyes pull. Breath pulls the eyes, two strings. And the collarbone, inhaling, going up. Minimizing the tension on the neck. And this is pretty much the Grand Royale exercise of strengthening the lower back. Hands coming forward. Gentle support. Inhale, lifting up. Belly button pushing into the ground. Almost as if there's an arrow coming out of the belly button, which is your focus. Again, another concept that goes into jiu-jitsu and Taiji push hands, of the weight as an arrow focus. And an arrow can slide based on your awareness. You can just move it with your mind. And exhaling, removing the hands, coming down one vertebra at a time. And looking the other direction. Inhale deep, see the color. Exhale, wash it into the ground. Reach down with the fingers. Inhaling, eyes are pulled by the breath, two strings. Collarbone being pulled by the breath as you inhale, going up, minimizing tension in the neck. Again, if you feel the tension in the neck, just soften a little bit, bring the head down just slightly to scale it back. Hands coming forward, gently supporting, not pushing. Inhaling, going up. A little more, belly button arrow down into the ground. Muscles cascading down into the area above the belly button on the back. Exhale, softening, going down. You don't necessarily. The focus is on the upper body lifting and the legs staying soft and relaxed behind you. You might find that as you go up,
they naturally just want to come up.
Yeah, they might want to come up because of the flex in the buttocks and the base of the around the hip line. So just I keep checking in with myself and softening the toes.
Okay.
Because there's another exercise that would often come after this that I believe it's the scorpion that would be helpful at training that particular movement. Inhale deep, exhale the tension into the ground. And really test this tonight when you go to bed using this. Inhale. Strength, pull the eyes. Chest goes up. Hands come forward, gently support. Take a moment and inhale, go up further. Belly button into the ground. Soften the shoulders, minimize tension in the neck, very soft neck. And exhaling down, release the hands. Turning the other direction. Inhale deep. Exhale, tension to the ground. And one more time. Breath pulls the eyes. Eyes lift the collarbone. Minimize tension in the neck. Hands gently come forward. Only there for support, no pressing. Belly button into the ground, inhaling, going up more. Adjust the feet if need be so that they stay on the ground. And exhale, bringing the hands behind you. Going down one vertebra at a time, really taking your time to go down, controlling it, and looking the other direction. Inhale deep, exhaling to the ground. Inhaling deep, exhale the tension into the ground. And pushing up. Inhaling, coming up. And just sitting back on the ankles. If you need, if need be, you can always put a pillow here. That's really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
You can also and keep the palms down. I use my fingers sometimes if I need to warm up more, meaning that my fingers are clamping into the ground and I'm lifting the hips gently, sucking in the belly button, lifting the collarbone so I can get just a bit more of that extension. And then as I soften into it, I soften my fingers, put my heels down, and open the shoulders. Let's try 6 breaths here. And then coming forward to child's pose. So you just drop your forehead to your knees, hands around the ankles or heels. Tuck in the belly button, lift the collarbone so it can fall more. Tuck the belly button in, come up one vertebra at a time. And we'll cycle it again. Lean back. Tuck the belly button with the collarbone. Lifting the hips. And then coming forward. Again into child's pose, forehead to the knees, hands around the heels or ankles. Cycle the belly button, lift the collarbone so it falls a little bit more. And 6 breaths here. Every time you exhale, wash the color through the muscles that you want them to soften, melt away. And second the belly button, come up one vertebra at a time. Lifting the collarbone. And going back.
What am I stretching here? Or what am I working?
You're working on, well, everything from the from stretching around the shin, the tibia, opening up the hips, leaning back, and really letting the stretch cascade through the rib cage and up, and allowing the head to go back. And you can widen the arms as well, stretching the shoulders, and really just allowing yourself to control how deep you go, and not allowing gravity to shock you into so you control yourself and use the body to prevent gravity from pulling you all the way down until you're ready for it. So really breathing into whatever level that you feel comfortable extending to. Then going forward again. And when you're done, I recommend sitting on the butt, keeping the heels flat, supporting my body with the palms here. And just going to exhale, drop both knees to the ground. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, drop them both to the ground.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. Inhale up. Exhale, drop them both to the ground.
My hips don't need that.
And really coordinating this with the breath again, pushing the color through the knees, through the feet. Inhale, drawing it back in. So that everything you do is connected to the engine, that color visualization breathwork engine. And really feeling the heels of the palm as part of the process. If you feel any tension in the knee when you're going down, I recommend flexing the foot up a bit that you might feel tension in. That helps to protect the knee joint. And really taking a moment to acknowledge that every time you do it, it should feel easier and easier. As if it's the joints are getting greased, oiled up. And then going back to your breath work. Washing the color down. Inhale, drawing it up. Exhale, washing it down. Additionally, doing your best to push through the shoulder blades as well. So if you find that the shoulders are pushing up, to start extending. And this is just all part of the process of really getting deep into the experience of the posture of the exercise, so that there's full extension at the apex of each stretch. Stretching through the shoulder, stretching through the hip. And connecting the shape from the fingertips to the toes. And 5 more each side. Taking a moment to sit and uplifting heaven here. Exhaling down. And make sure, especially since the theme here is strengthening the lower back, that when you sit for a moment, you push the sit bones in right away, so that immediately engages the lower back. So if you find yourself rolling, just push the sit bones in, suck in the belly button, gentle lift on the collarbone to help with the straight posture. And then you can go into uplifting heaven. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, up, up. Exhale, washing the color through the whole body. Inhaling up. Exhale, washing the whole body. Inhale, reach to the sides. Back of the hand presses against the thigh. Other hand reaches over the shoulder. Big inhalation. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, pushing against and reaching over. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, reaching over. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, reaching over. Exhale, dropping down. And for fun on the shoulders, since I really wanted us to do some Muay Thai today, some elbows, let's just start bringing this idea into play. We're going to inhale. You're going to brush your hair back as if you're brushing your hair back. And when you brush your hair back, the shoulder blade goes forward, disappearing into the upper back, and the elbow will be aligned with your nose. And give one breath to each side. You can exhale on one, inhale on the other. It's as if you're brushing your hair back, and notice that the elbow is directly in front of the nose. So this is one of those movements that's both offensive and defensive. So this is very similar to a basic block in boxing, but it's also a wonderful Muay Thai strike with an elbow up. And with this posture, with the sit bones seated into the ground, really doing our best to extend from the sit bones through the elbow to feel the connection into the ground. So my left elbow up, my left hip, sit bones emphasizing into the ground. And that brushing of the hair is going to stay with the elbow in front rather than open up, because the defense is protecting all of this. So from a defensive position, you're protecting all of this. From a martial position, this is the cutting point, the elbow here, tip of the elbow cutting. And from the breathwork and visualization side, we're inhaling through the fingertips and the elbow into the lower dantian. So we're opening up here, and you can keep the other hand up if you want to be very, very technical, or you can keep it chamber and more open. And for the purpose of this exercise, to really connect to the energy more than the martial technique yet, we want to really just get the movement down and the visualization and breathing through it, the energy through it. We're going to make sure that we're going up the center line, exhaling down the center line. So notice that the elbow returns down the center line. Inhaling up the center line, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And as you do this, notice that there's a gentle, that the whole body's following the elbow and the fingertips. The fingertips are going behind, so the body, gentle movement, gentle twisting. So we're really working our waist here, our hips and our waist. And we just did all this work to soften and loosen it up, strengthen it. The hand that's down, you can allow that shape to open up here, similar to the Shaolin chamber, opening up here. So this is gently pulling back, very gentle opening of the shoulder. The collarbone lifting here is agreeing with the tailbone pushing into the ground, belly button sucking in slightly. And now we're going to reverse the breathing, and we're going to push the color out the elbow, and we're going to speed it up. So here, inhale deep, exhale here, inhale deep, exhale here, inhale deep, exhale here. And my visualization is pushing through the elbow. Inhale deep, exhale here. And if you'd like, you can energize. Notice that there's a slight energizing I'm doing in between movements. Inhaling through the fingertips, inflating the chest, the lungs to make sure the posture is correct, and then switching. Inhale, open, inflate, switch. No, open, inflate, switch. Inhale, open, inflate, switch. And 3 more each side. And relax, uplifting heaven. One more. And reach over again. Stretch the shoulders out. There we go. Exhaling down. Big breath. Exhaling down. One more each side. Really push the sit bones into the ground as you do this. Feel the extension from the tailbone to the top of the head. Exhale. And gently stretch the shoulder out, reaching across the shoulders, one arm, other arm comes up behind the elbow and gently pulls out. Just keep, if you need to, take this hand and just press your shoulder down and then continue to push it out, pull it out, press it down so that there's no tension, lifting it up, and lift so that the shoulder blade is going forward, gentle, 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 and then release it, gentle, 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 gentle. And switch sides, reaching across the body. Other hand comes up. Inhale deep, sit bones into the ground. Imaginary string lifting from the top of the head. Exhale, pulling across. Notice that the hand is still reaching straight across the shoulders. Taking the other hand that's behind your elbow, the bent arm, and pressing the shoulder down. Be very gentle. Inhale deep. Exhale. We just warmed up these shoulders. We're gently stretching them. Inhale deep. Exhale. Take the other hand. Put it on the shoulder. So I have my right hand on my left shoulder. My left hand's going to go to my left kidney behind my back. Sit bones into the ground. Imaginary string lifts you to the top of the head. Belly button in, collarbone up, and walk the fingers down. As I walk down, there's weight on my hand. My hand is agreeing with gravity and pulling and sliding down the arm. And once I get to the elbow, I'm pulling downward 45 degrees. I'm going to keep that vector and add pulling up. So I've lifted it up 45 degrees and forward. Inhale deep, opening the chest, very gentle, and just fish for as little as it takes. The chest, hips, and shoulders are still forward. So I haven't turned my body much at all. And you want to make sure you keep your body straight so you don't unnecessarily strain. So just only go as far as you can. Inhale deep. Go a little bit deeper if you can. And then release the arm gently. Go back. And switching sides. My left hand going to my right shoulder. My right hand going to the kidney. Sucking the belly button. Collarbone lifts. Tailbone or sit bones into the ground. And I start walking down. Imaginary string lifting me from the top of the head as I feel my center line and feel the weight in my hand pulling my arm down 45 degrees. And I keep that downward pressure, that same concept, and start angling it up, lifting up 45 degrees, and then forward. Exhaling. Inhaling into the belly, Exhale, washing the breath as the color down through the shoulder blade, down through the elbow. The elbow should almost feel like a doorknob, and you're opening the door. Do your best to keep the alignment. Exhaling a little bit more, and releasing. And let's just finish up with this roller again, since we've warmed up the back so much. The myofascial release roller. Give myself another uplifting heaven. And just grabbing that roller, and just feel the difference of the roller, using it before and using it after. All the way down to the neck. And when you're done on the back, put it on the side. Bring it right to the armpit, and reaching up and go all along the ribs and the obliques. And it felt way more sensitive when we started. And now that we're warmed up, it feels different for me, which is great. And if you feel any tension, really use it to work out that tension. I feel it just a little bit under the armpit and the shoulder joint. And just sometimes you can hold it there and just allow it to release. And make sure to breathe into it, inhaling to the belly as the color, exhaling, washing the color into the tension, telling it to soften. Switch sides. Yeah, if you ever have any tension on the thighs, etc., on the T-band, you can always put this lower and roll it on the T-band as well. So it's going below my hip, rolling right on the leg. Switch sides. I didn't do that this earlier. Yeah, I've got a significant amount of tension in this leg. So this is great. You can also kind of plank yourself and just put it on tops of the legs, rolling on the thigh. Got one more. There. And when you're done, you just come right back to the lotus position. And inhaling white light into the belly. Spread to the whole body. Inhaling deep. Make a big bubble of light around the body. One more breath. And expand the light as far as you can. Have gratitude for the body. Good people in your life, the space you're in. And sure, can I? And just press the center of the palm. I feel like it's really important right now. Press in the center of the palm and drill. 2, 3, 5, and tap. 1, 2, 3. And then massaging top and bottom of the palm and sides. Massaging top and bottom of the index finger and sides. Middle finger, top and bottom. Sides. Pinky ring, or ring finger. And then the pinky finger. And switch sides, press and hold. And drill 1, 2, 3. And tap around 1. Second circle wider, 2. Third circle widest, 3. Massaging the thumb, top and bottom, and sides. Top and bottom, really making sure that the massaging finger slides into the grooves, the natural grooves of the receiving finger, and then the sides, same thing. Top and bottom. Sides. Flick the fingers out. Thumbs 1, 2, 3. Grab 1, 2, 3. And just go through the scalp, front to back, back to front, front to back, back to front. And massage the scalp. Knead it like dough. And then reverse the circles. Hollow fist, gentle banging, front to back, back to front. Slapping, front to back, back to front. Rake the scalp again, front to back, back to front. Massage with the fingertips, front to back, back to front. And then knead it like dough, opposite direction. So left and right, pulling. So when one hand is up, the other one's down, the other one's right, they're both right. Up and down, both left. So just going opposite directions. Again. And then reverse those directions. 4 fingers at the top of the forehead. 2, 3. Reverse it. Temples. Reverse it. Under the eyes. Reverse it. For the heart. Switch. Top and bottom. Switch. Above the gums. The top. 1, 2, 3. 4 fingers underneath the gums.